everyone. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is going to be a quick sit-down talking video. Today I'm going to be talking about exercising on a weight loss journey. So if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's jump right in. So one of the most asked questions I get about my weight loss journey after losing 70 pounds and now maintaining that loss, I get asked a lot about if I worked out at the start of my weight loss. And the answer to that, especially if you've been following along, you guys know I waited 3 months to incorporate any working out or exercise at all. So for the first 3 months when I started WW in April of 2020, I didn't do any activity other than going to work. I didn't do any rollerblading, I didn't go to the gym, anything like that. I incorporated no exercise because I really wanted to learn how to properly fuel my body. I wanted to learn about nutrition and tracking and portion control and all of those things. And I knew that in the past I used to focus so much more on exercising and I never really struggled with that. So I wanted to make the food and my food choices a priority. So I waited 3 months to incorporate anything. Then after 3 months, I started rollerblading, and then rollerblading pretty much became my consistent activity that I like to do, although I couldn't do it when it got cold outside as there's snow behind me or in front of me. I'm not able to skate right now, so I can't rollerblade throughout the entire year, but when I can and when the weather permits, I try to. But then I waited another 3, 4, 5-ish months to start going to the gym. I started doing some at-home workouts for about a month, and then I finally decided, and it was also during COVID, so the gyms were closed, but the gyms opened up. I decided to start going, and that's when I went to Planet Fitness and started working on weightlifting. So now, after it's been about 2.5 years, I consistently weightlift, and I also, like I said, rollerblade when I can. Those have become my 2 main sources of physical activity, and I do exercise. So I know that the title of this video was "Do Not Exercise for Weight Loss," but the whole point of that is not saying to not exercise at all. So if you get anything out of this video, don't take that I'm telling you guys not to exercise at all, because I'm not saying that. Exercise is extremely important, but when it comes to weight loss, I think that it's really, really important, and I see it all the time that it's like 80% diet and 20% activity or exercise when it comes to your weight loss and just your overall gaining weight, losing weight. And it really is true. You can, of course, burn calories and lose weight by working out, but I don't recommend that be your main focus. And at least for me personally, that's what's worked so well on my journey this time around. That's what changed this time around, is that I didn't focus on any exercise and I just focused on the food. And then I started to lose the weight and gain confidence in myself and all of that. And it's just been going since then. The main point of this video and what I kind of wanted to bring up, I haven't really talked much about it on my YouTube channel in general, is how important diet is versus exercise when it comes to weight loss and body composition and everything. And the main thing that I want to talk about is my body when I played volleyball versus now. I will show some pictures of when I played volleyball. I started when I was in 6th grade and played all the way through my senior year in college. I started at one school in college and then I ended up transferring where I graduated from UIS. I played volleyball there for 2 years, and I played volleyball for 2 years at the other school I was at, SBU. But I played throughout college, and during that time was the most active I've ever been in my entire life. For certain seasons, it was different, especially with different coaches, but even like my senior year, we were having 1 to 2 practices a day with conditioning and weightlifting on top of that. Then we'd have games every week and travel for games, and our weekends were spent warming up most of the day and getting ready for the game and then having the game at night. And it was just a very, very active time in my life. High school was also very active for me because I played club volleyball at Sky High. And through all of that, I remained overweight and I always struggled with my weight. No matter how active I was, like I said, I'm not that active anymore. Even I was so active. Even at my first school that I went to in college, we had the craziest conditioning I've ever had in my life. I've never really experienced anything like it, and it was a lot. And during that time, like I said, I was still overweight. I still struggled with my weight, and that was solely because of my nutrition choices. I didn't know how to fuel my body. Even when I thought I was doing well for myself and actually making good choices, I look back and I really wasn't. I actually found my old phone, which I should turn this back on, but I had some old pictures of like meals and stuff, and even pictures I had taken, like a progress picture, which I can show that on the screen. But I was always trying to lose weight, and no matter how active I was, I still couldn't do it. And that was because of my food choices. So I just want to make that point with this video and kind of show how my body's changed. I weighed more when I was in college, at least towards the end. I know I was at least about 215 and now I weigh around 190. So I've definitely lost weight since then, but my body is just so much healthier. I know how to fuel it. I know how to get my veggies and my protein, drink my water. That is a huge priority, which I did drink water in college and throughout volleyball because I was just thirsty from being active, but I make it such a priority and I think that it has made such a difference for me. And just knowing how to snack and fixing my relationship with food, those types of things have really helped me to just overall improve my body composition, to be stronger and healthier and be more able to do the things that I want to do. And I was able to do the things in college because, like I said, I was so active that even if I carried that extra weight, it kind of just made things harder on me. And especially mentally, I really struggled with it. But anyway, what I wanted to say too about fixing my relationship with food, I think that for a really long time, and even after I graduated college, Adam and I tried to stay active by doing a half marathon. I've mentioned this a few times and it was the worst thing we've ever done. We were miserable. We don't like to run. We've never been runners. And I just did it because I thought that if we signed up for that, it would keep us motivated and keep us active. And again, even when we were active and we were running to train for it, which wasn't that much, but there were times we would go out and run like 8 miles or so. And right after that, we would get a Sonic chocolate peanut butter fudge shake. We would eat so much food. The portions we would have were huge. The amount of like uneven portions, so like so much cheese versus not as much protein, and those types of things that I've really learned how to have balance with now. And I still enjoy those foods, but just much more in moderation and with being mindful about getting my protein and veggies in. So during that time, I used to always use food as a reward. And so like I said, we would get done running and then I was like, okay, let's go get a Sonic shake. And it would wipe away all the progress that I just made running. And it was so hard on me because I thought I was doing everything right, but then I was kind of oblivious to the fact that my food choices were really causing damage. That was also a time when I was binge eating and that was causing more damage. And so overall, it just, no matter how active I was, it wasn't helping my body and it wasn't fueling me and nourishing me and allowing me to be the healthiest that I wanted to be. I just like to compare myself to then, to when I played volleyball specifically, because I was so active, like I said. After I graduated, it was hard for me to be active. I was working crazy hours. I was either at work working 50 to 60 hours at the bakery that I worked at, or I was at home sitting in my kitchen decorating cookies or cakes. And that took up all of my time. I honestly, there were so many times where I wanted to just go to the gym. I wanted to be active and I just didn't have the time for it. So I really had to do some time management and adjusting with my schedule, which I've talked about a lot on my channel. But even with being able to work out when I was able to start again, it was not my focus to work out to be able to eat more or to be able to kind of be lenient with my nutrition choices. I still made that my top priority and my focus. And I knew that was going to keep me the most fueled, the most healthy, and like I said, able to do the things that I want to do. I just think that it really does make the point looking at how I was when I was playing volleyball in college and what I was eating versus how I look now. And honestly, when I compare the pictures and stuff, I feel like the way I am right now is how I was in volleyball, but it's definitely not that. My body is so much more even muscular now, and I feel like you could just see it more because of my diet and my nutrition and actually paying attention to those things and being able to lose some of the fat on my body, which is something I'm trying to continue to do. I think it just really helps to compare those things and realize that exercise is so important. And of course, like I said, this video is not to tell you not to exercise. Definitely incorporate exercise. I think it is so important just for your bones and joints and overall health in general. But don't use it as your main source of trying to lose weight. Focus on your food choices, focus on everything, focus on sleep, mental health, water intake, all of those things, and exercise is a part of them, but don't make that your sole way to lose weight because it is just not a healthy way to lose weight. It's not a healthy relationship to have with food and exercise. You want to exercise because you can and because it makes you stronger and it'll help you to live a healthier life and be able to do the things you want to do, whether it's walking up the stairs or going on a hike or anything. Even me, my main motivation is so that I can rollerblade until I am so old. I was actually talking to a woman at the gym and she was saying how a lot of her friends don't work out, and when she works out it just makes her feel so much better. She's able to do more things. And I told her I'm hoping that I can rollerblade in my 80s. Like, I want to be able to just be able to do the things that I enjoy and feel good, and that is my main focus and priority when it comes to exercising. That's my main motivation for exercising and physical activity. So instead of focusing on doing it to lose weight, I focus on it to make me feel better, make me stronger, and live a healthier, longer life. Anyway, I'm kind of all over the place with this one, but I just kind of wanted to compare the difference between when I was super, super active, the most active I've been in my life, versus now when I'm active, but not nearly as active as I was then, and the difference in my body composition, and the main reason is because of my food choices. Focus on your food choices. Definitely incorporate exercise and physical activity. It is so worth it, and it is important to find what you enjoy. I definitely think that makes a big difference as well with staying consistent, because I used to like punish myself with running, and it was just never sustainable. It was just never healthy. It was honestly really unhealthy for my mental health, and all around it just wasn't a good thing. So I've learned to have balance. I've learned to find exercises I like and physical activity I like and enjoy and look forward to, so that it doesn't even feel like it's like a task or like something that I dread like I used to. But anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.